We say the quiet parts loud, sip the truth, spit it out. If it's on your mind, it's allowed. If it's in your gut, say it now, but keep it classy. No script, just heat, just chatter. Big laughs, real tears, real patterns. If it's messy, keep it classy, that's the standard. If it's sacred, it still gets answered. Unfiltered and unbothered, we don't ask, we don't falter. Sit down, lean in, why bother to pretend? Unfiltered and unbothered, this is Grown Talk, go harder. If you press, then press play, let it begin, yeah.
Welcome to Unfiltered and Unbothered, the podcast where nothing is off limits and opinions come with zero filters. We're three friends who decided our group chats were way too entertaining to keep private, so now we're bringing those conversations straight to you. From relationships and life drama to hot takes, trending topics, and the random things we overthink at 2 a.m., we're talking about it all. So grab a drink, get comfortable, and get ready for real conversations, real opinions, and absolutely no pretending. This is Unfiltered and Unbothered. Welcome back to Unfiltered and Unbothered, where we try to stay calm, but our faces tell the whole story. I'm Lindsay, aka Kimmy, the queen of deep breaths, forced patience, and I'm gonna let it go eventually. I've got my girls with me, Lace, bringing the side eyes and all the I'm not even gonna say anything, but sometimes says everything. And Gist are calm until she's not, and then it's a wrap for everybody. What's up, ladies?
Hello. Hello. I am super excited about today. I've really been waiting not only to get back on here with the two of you, but
Video!
we have video. Yes.
We are in
Microphones,
person. I
video.
love it. I love it. Now,
Well,
those
as
of
in
you who,
person as we can be in
well,
different
yeah.
states and locations.
Okay, literal. Here we go. Already fresh in, seconds in, people, and you see literal Lace in
Sorry.
action. Yes,
Sorry.
all I was going to say is now for those of you who don't know us or have heard so much about us, now you can put a name with a face. So we are very excited. This is our first video, and we hope moving forward that the rest of our pod journey will be available on video. So since we're here, you know what time it is. It's time for drinks. What are we sipping on today, ladies?
All right. Today is
So-
special.
Go ahead,
And
Gis.
why is it special, Gis? Tell us.
Because we thought of this grand thing that we're going to try to do every now and then, since Lace and I seem to have the bland drinks because I guess, my tea is not popping enough. We are going to occasionally send each other surprise gifts that are different types of drinks. So we may not know what each other has at that time. So if it's okay, ladies, I would like to show mine first.
Go ahead.
Lace sent these. I don't know if you can really see it. People, I don't know how the camera works, so we'll figure this out. But this is a recess mood, and it is infused sparkling water. So it came in a pack of 3 different flavors. So this one is grapefruit tangerine. There was also lime citrus, and there was a strawberry flavor that is staying in my refrigerator because I don't want to
she's
die
allergic.
on camera. Yes, I'm allergic,
ever.
but
That part.
Lace, she did at least send a text and say, hey, there's one kind that you can't have. So I knew to expect that. I have not opened this. So I'm going to open it now and take a sip. I picked this one because of the can, but I cannot fix my facial expression. So I'm really, really hoping that this is not disgusting and I don't gag and hurl right here on camera.
Fingers
Wow.
crossed.
So here we go.
Here we go. Blooper reel.
No, that's actually really good.
Ooh, all
And
right.
it's funny because it says at the bottom, calm, cool, collected. And you can taste I love grapefruit, this is why I picked this one first, but you can really taste that little hint of tangerine. It isn't overpowering, and I can sort of still like my palate, I can still feel the taste. So it's not like a watered down flavor. Thank you, Lace. This was a good pick.
All right. I'll go next because I don't
Okay.
think Gist really, or I misunderstood the assignment. So mine is in this Yeti cup just because I wanted to keep it cold. I too have not opened it. I have the recess as well because that's what I sent to us. And mine, because I knew Gist could not have this one, I am trying the strawberry rose. So for my, I
Rosé.
also, oh,
Rosé.
rose. Sorry, I
Yes.
have, is there a little thing over that? I
Girl,
don't
it
think
is
so.
not strawberry rose. Let's the literal moment straight off the rip. Somebody help me. This is why she's my boomer friend, y'all.
Oh, I'm
Wannabe
sorry. Okay.
boomer. I
All
I
right,
love
sorry.
that you're giving me everything I need right
I'm sorry, Kimmy. All right. So, okay, rose.
Keep it cute, keep it cute.
All right. Again, mood. I also haven't opened it because I was thinking for those ASMR people, I'm going to let you hear it.
now.
Ready?
I love that.
Ooh. Okay. But I also brought a cup to put it in because I want to see the color, what it looks like. Oh, can you hear that? All right. Like
Well,
Gist
it
though,
sounds like somebody going to the bathroom, but we know it's a drink. I just wanted to
but
put
you know
that
what?
out
I think
And
there.
I
some
think
people
it
like that.
looks like that
Okay.
too in the cup.
No. Okay. Now
Oh.
I'm afraid to drink it, but oh, it smells. Hold on. It smells good.
It smells. I'm
Because I'm
glad you
like
said
Gist.
good.
I'm like Gist. I can do a gag thing. I'm picky, Diet Coke and water is kind of it for me. So here we go.
Mm,
Ready?
the anticipation.
Oh, it's very refreshing. It is. And you know what? I'm already in a good mood. I can't imagine where this is going to take me. Woohoo!
Oh
Get it,
my
recess.
gosh.
What does
All right,
yours say
Kimmy,
at
your
the
turn.
bottom? What does it say at
Oh,
the
let me
bottom?
see.
It should
Hold
say
on. is
insane
she is she getting her glasses? Hold on. Magnesium and adaptogen infused sparkling water. Calm, cool, and collected. And I do have
Okay, I was wondering because it
protection,
was the
That's their
vitamin
same.
C.
line. Yes, that's their line.
Calm, cool, and
That's their
collected. Oh, I
tagline.
say that all the time.
Oh
Come
gosh.
on, recess. We're two minds.
Okay.
One or
So
two birds.
now I'm regretting challenging them to do better with their drinks because this is outrageous. But to go with the theme here, recess mood, I did raspberry lemon. I
Oh, we
chose
are
this
about
one
this.
because I knew everybody thought I would do the strawberry rosé, so I didn't do it for that reason. So raspberry lemon, and unlike the two jokers, I did open mine in advance. One because I was pumping prior to this video, but I also wanted to make sure that I did like it ahead of time so that when Recess sponsors us, they'll be able to use some of the clips from this. Shout out to Recess Mood. This is
Oh, that is
delicious,
good though.
very
Mm-hmm.
refreshing. Um, I will say I tried one. My package came on Friday, I think. No, it came Thursday because I took one to work on Friday. And I won't tell which one I had yet. But so I
Okay.
had one, and
Strawberry.
I will say I slept so well. Like it was insane. Like I feel
Oh,
like the magnesium does work. I don't know if it's a mental thing, but shout out it mentally worked for me. So here for it. Recess. We're all going to be sipping on you throughout the show, and find this video and sponsor us.
well, we know
What
that
Okay.
I
I
like
need the
about it,
magnesium.
yeah,
Yeah.
me too. But what I really like about it is there's no aftertaste. That's what I was
Mhm.
anticipating because I had a drink the other day and I never had that type of drink before, and I'm not going to give them credit. But the aftertaste was
Wow.
so intense that I was like, down the drain. And that was pretty pricey drink that I paid at the checkout line at the grocery store.
Terrible. You know,
Hashtag terrible.
that I don't know if you all heard me take that deep breath with her comment, but that segues right into what we're going to talk about today. This episode is deep breaths and side eyes because sometimes peace requires breathing through it. And sometimes it's just a look that says, yeah, I heard you and I disagree. Let's get into it. Gist, what's on our lesson plan today?
All right, as always, here we go with our objective. So, the objective today is to categorize those social frictions into two manageable buckets. So, by simplifying our stressors, we can also decide how we're going to handle them. So, today we're going to decide if we need to apply that deep breath to preserve our inner peace, or if we need to give that side eye, if that is appropriate, to tell someone, hey, this is your warning. So we're diving into hot takes and headaches with Bonnie and looking at modern society to answer the question, is it better to manage our own individual blood pressure, or do we need to handle someone else so that everything stays peaceful? So we're going to call out the friction and decide what is actually worth our time. So, ladies, to kind of explore this, we're going to dive into kind of categorizing these in a little bit more depth. So, when we think about annoyance, let's frame it as a tax. So, it is a tax on other people. So, you either want to save what you are paying out to preserve your own inner peace, or you're paying that tax out to the man. And we all don't want to really do that. We know we just got past tax season. Hopefully, people don't have that outstanding debt that they really need to pay. But annoyance, if we think about it emotionally, it's kind of a simmering emotion. We know it's kind of that gateway before you actually step into something that's a little bit stronger. So let's think of that deep breath. It's really our internal regulation. It's our way of kind of inhaling and let biologically, we're going to override those emotions that we feel welling up, and then we're going to let it go. Or, in the words of my grandson, you're going to smell the flowers and then blow out the candles. And hopefully, you don't have to do that too much. Or that level two reaction, that emotion is that side eye. So that's that external judgment that we have. It's silent, it's pointed, and it could be deadly depending on who is on that receiving end of it. It's nonverbal, but it's kind of that way of saying, hey, you violated a social contract, whether you know it or not, if it's floating in my head and not in yours. But there's been a clear violation. It's that warning shot. I am going to try to manage you so that my emotions don't get the better of me at this point. So, to kind of start this, let's think about that tax component. Thinking about the last week, the last 2 weeks, when we talk about that emotional tax, that deep breath, or are we doing the side eye? Are you saving up for that great vacation? Or are you getting ready to pay your tax debt to the man? Where are we at right now, ladies?
I'm paying the tax debt to the man. I have been side eyeing it up lately. Um, I think we're just at that time of year in education where we're so close to the end that we have about deep breathed ourselves out. I do try to take a deep breath when necessary. However, I'm heavy on the side eye right now. Lace, what about you?
Yeah, well, Kimmy, with your position, I can see why you'd be a little bit more on that side eye as an assistant principal. Me, on the other hand, your baby boomer wannabe. I'm in almost to retirement mode, and that's my mind frame. So I'm doing a lot of deep breathing. I'm ready to kind of find that island and just stay there permanently. So I do a lot of deep breathing. Sometimes a
I
colleague will get a side eye because they can really push it, but for the most part, deep breathing.
I'm right there with you, Lace. I am in that deep breath mode because I don't have the tax to pay. I don't have the time to give people my energy, which is a whole different level from where I'm used to functioning.
Yes, it
Um,
is.
I'm not going to try to control you. You're working my nerves. Thankfully, I work remotely. So a lot of times we are camera off. If we don't have to have it on, if I take someone's lead. No camera, hey, that's fine with me. We can roll with it. But I'm like you. I'm saving up for that mental vacation. I just don't have the time nor the need to engage in foolery. Yes.
I love that for you.
So, thinking about, we talked about emotion and how annoyance is kind of simmering. What I do want to ask before we jump into things that kind of may be annoying to us is what emotions come to mind when you know that you are getting annoyed? What are those emotions that you think kind of coincide with that?
Frustration.
Oh,
Mm,
for sure.
frustration. Yeah.
Yeah.
Overwhelmed.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would
Especially if
definitely
it's a
say
repeat
both of
offender.
those.
Oh, yeah. Definitely repeat
It's a repeat
offenders.
offender.
Oh, yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
why I was gonna say I feel like I'm heavier on the side eye right now because like I tell the kids all the time, it's May. You are
Uh-huh.
now everybody's a repeat offender. So it's like we're team side eye. So definitely frustrated, overwhelmed. Um, I just keep thinking of all the physical responses I would have, but that's
Mhm.
not the emotional side. So I'll hold those for now.
And, like, for me, it's, like, being overwhelmed, but then depending on what the situation is, I could feel a little bit, let's say, discombobulated. If I'm trying to complete a task, if I'm working through something and there are so many different things that are happening around me, sometimes it feels like I can't get my bearing until whatever that situation is has subsided. And if that requires me to take a deep breath so that I can kind of try to reset myself to ignore it, or, okay, is this gone too far? Because when we think about it, things that take us to that level of annoyance, it's that social contract, but people may not be aware of this contract that they supposedly signed with you because you never conveyed it. It's all in your head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but some of it's common sense, in my opinion.
Common sense is not common. My grandmother used to
Well,
say
for
that.
that is true. Okay. All right.
No, but
Ripping and running.
I do agree. No, I absolutely agree with Lace where it's like, and we'll get ready to touch on this a little bit, but by this point, I need you to read the room. I need
Yes.
you to
That.
know. Like, I don't understand. There are some people who truly don't get it. And I mean,
Mhm.
in life, there are a lot of things that are unsaid that we expect people just to understand. But there are a lot more people who understand how the world works than there are that do not. So I agree. I feel like some of y'all know what you're doing. Stop it.
And it also
Right.
depends on, not just the situation, the environment, but okay, so we started out talking about students. If we think about
Mhm.
students and then adults, I have a lot more tolerance when it comes to the things that students are doing
Oh,
For
because
sure.
absolutely.
they don't have enough lived experience. So
Mhm.
I
Right.
get
They're
it. You're
learning.
doing these things. You're trying to get attention. You're trying to be funny, but if it gets to a point where it's going too far, then there's a way to correct that. But, like, my deep breaths and my side eyes, I feel like those are more reserved for adults. Like,
Mhm.
yes,
Oh, for
I
sure.
know that you should know that what you're doing is annoying. Why is nobody else doing anything? So that might be the deep breath. But for me, sometimes I feel like I do too many deep breaths, and y'all know I have asthma. Like, if I'm taking enough deep breaths where I need a puff for assistance, like, you have really crossed a line. So, like, not only are we in that side eye moment, sometimes I have to remove myself from the situation. So I've given the side eye, or I've gotten to the moment where I've sent a text to someone that I know, oh my gosh, is it just me? Why can't this stop happening? Or
Mhm.
I know I need to remove myself. I need to go for a walk, go to the bathroom, get a break, and then come back. So that's kind of my way of regulating myself when I'm in that area of annoyance. So I guess I've moved us from emotional to kind of like that biological and physical. I feel like I'm getting
Mhm.
hot when I'm stuck in a room
Oh.
and people are just doing things that are grating on my nerves. Speaking of adults, because I cannot exit stage left or right when it has to do with students, children. But that's just kind of how I react and handle my levels of annoyance.
And that makes it challenging when you face to face because facial expressions say a lot. And that is the
Oh,
hardest
yeah.
part for me. It's like, how do I mask my annoyance right now, right? How do I just give them the eye contact and be that active listener or whatever? But in the inside, like you said, you're just like bubbling up. And for me, it's the facial. I have to try to remain like this is not bothering me right now, even though I want to throat punch you. Again, adults,
Yeah.
never children, right? Because with the
No.
students, for me, I'm definitely at a place for me with students to do everything I can to model for them how to conduct yourself in those situations when
Mhm.
something is annoying you or someone is annoying you. What do you
Mhm.
do? How do you handle yourself in that situation? And I'll tell them all the time, like, because, as a health and phys ed teacher, we deal a lot with SEL, social emotional learning. And so we talk about communication and effective communication. And of course, body language and everything has to do with that. So for me, I'm always trying to model, and I'll tell them, you know what? There are many people that I come in contact with as an adult.
Mhm.
I don't like. They're not my cup of tea.
Right.
But I still have to treat them they're a person, right? And I still
Mhm.
have to conduct myself with respect. And of course, I'm gonna wanna be respected back. So, I
Mhm.
think it is easier to deal with an annoyance with a student, with a child, because they are learning. Because like you said, they don't have those life experiences yet to navigate that. Where with an adult, you know better,
Right.
and then
You
that makes it
should.
more challenging. Right. So there goes that
Yeah.
no common sense for everybody.
Right. No, I absolutely agree. I have those conversations with my students all the time because I think they need to understand that we are real people. So, like, yes, I'm going to give you the correct way to handle a situation, but I'm also going to tell you, I understand how you feel. I know that you're annoyed. I get that. But
Mhm.
at the end of the day, this is how you have to conduct yourself. And
Right.
I will say, to go back to what you said about like controlling your facials, most people who know me, you know how I'm feeling about something from my face. But what I will
Uh-huh.
say is I'm really good with people that I know. So, like at work, like things will come up, and I really work on, even with the kids, of not showing judgment and just working through whatever the situation is. It's in the outside world. Like, I will quickly be looking at a stranger like, "What? Like, we are inside. Why are you doing XYZ?" It just happened last night. Like, people are screaming, people are just, and I'm like sitting in a restaurant, and I was like, "Am I in the at work in the cafeteria? These people have got to be kidding me." So it's just like I definitely could see it, like it was all over my face. The annoyance was through the roof. And so I think that's just, that's what it is. But I've definitely, I feel like, perfected the at work not showing how I'm truly feeling about something unless I'm in a down moment where I'm like, with my friends, and then I'm able to be like, "Oh my God, when he came in here and told me that, I was like, what?" But in front of them, I'm like, "Okay, now I understand." You've got to have that. that reassuring face of like, okay, I'm not judging you. I'm going to work through this with you. But in my head, I'm thinking, what? So,
Right. So, think about what you were just saying, Kimbro, the different situations and being pre-annoyed.
oh, yes.
Sometimes I go into a situation and I'm automatically pre-annoyed. I
Mm
already know if I know who's going to be there, I know what they're going to do. So before I walk into the room, I'm already getting to that emotional state where I'm simmering. And I'm not in the classroom anymore. I work for a nonprofit right now, but thinking back to my education days and not with the students whenever walk into a PD or a faculty meeting and there was the giant poster paper on the wall,
hmm.
I am not in a mood for a freaking gallery walk. Absolutely not. Don't want to do
No.
that. So pre-annoyed right off the rip.
Yeah, that makes me wanna just walk right out.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Or that
Yeah.
person that comes in and you're thinking, oh my gosh, what are they about to do today? You know something is going to happen, they're going to ask
Yeah.
a million questions, they're going to elaborate on things, or they're going to make shit up. I'm so sorry, people, if you need to close your ears, that you know is not true.
Mm
Why
hmm.
are we creating scenarios? Why are we lying, people? It makes no
Right.
sense. Pre-annoyed to the point where I know Kimbrough, you and I work together. I haven't had the pleasure of working with Lace, but that text, where's my phone? Let me send that text message. Do I have a signal? Or oh my gosh. Or I'm taking notes. Not really,
Mm
but
hmm.
really ready for all of this to stop. Am I the only one that gets pre-annoyed in situations?
No, no. And that's
Absolutely not.
why, to go back to like the gallery walk and stuff like that, as an administrator, I always vowed I would never forget. Like, I was just a teacher, what, 4 years ago? I remember walking into those meetings and doing those activities. So, like, literally, we right now do our best so that we don't do those things. It's literally like we are the people who are like, okay, do we really need to meet today? All right, bet. Here's an agenda. This is what we're going to talk about. We're not
Mhm,
trying to make it more than what it needs to be. It's about knowing your people, knowing how this message should best be delivered, and going from there. Like, but
mhm.
all of those things, not a fan. And it makes me laugh when as teachers we make kids do those things that we don't want to do, but then we're mad when they're like, I don't want to do this. I'm going to the bathroom. I'm going to, and I'm like, yo, you don't want to do this for real either. Like, stop it. So it's like just that's a moment where it's like you have to be real of like, hey, listen, I understand you wanna escape right now, but really, there's a reason why I'm presenting this information in this way. So I
Mhm.
always think, you have to be able to relate it back as to why we're doing this. Why are we doing
Right.
what we're doing? But it is
Yeah.
I also do get pre-annoyed, 1,000,000%.
Yeah, because to me, those were like just time wasters. They're just
Mhm.
like filling the time. Like, we are required to meet with you for X amount of time, and that's one way we're going to do it. Yeah, so that's definitely pretty annoying. And for me, it's always too that always have that one person, and you know who that person is. At the end of the meeting, we're all ready to get out of there, and they're going to put their hand up and have a conversation that really is that for that one on one. It doesn't involve anybody else. And it's like, come on, man. We're all, like our jackets are on, our backpacks or whatever are on. We're standing up. And now we're sitting back down because you want to have a conversation. And it's like, I'm
Yes,
sorry
because of
you're
you.
lonely. I'm sorry you're lonely, but we're ready to leave.
And when we're working virtually, I love when someone will say, "Hey, can we discuss this offline?" Like that's their code for saying, "Okay, let's cut it. This is not for everybody
Yes,
else. We have things to do." Ab
Absolutely.
for sure,
yes,
absolutely.
yes. So
So
I
no
think
two truths and a lie segment, guys?
Not today, not today. We'll
Oh,
save that for a different one. We'll
golly
save that for
gee
another one.
shucks.
So this seems like a good place for us to hear a little bit of hot takes and headaches to see how spicy these levels of annoyance can be.
All right, so I do have a couple of social ones for you. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to say it, and then I want you to tell me, would you give a deep breath or would you do a side eye for it? Okay. Ready?
Sounds good.
Those heavy breathers. What do you got for me? Side eye or deep breath? Are you deep breathing with them? Asthma girl, what do you
So,
got? I,
I
well,
was just getting ready
you
to
go right
say,
ahead.
as someone who has breathing problems, you
love
know,
you.
uh, that I don't think I have enough deep breaths in me. Now, I understand if it's allergy season, that is the issue. You've been congested, and I hear it a few times, but if it's ongoing, can you please stop? Like I love all of my children. Isaiah, this one is for you.
Oh,
Sorry, Kimmy, I know that's your son.
That is my son. How dare you?
When his allergies are really bad, I'm going to sound like a really bad mom because there have been times where you mouth breathe and you don't realize it. I'm like, Isaiah, can you close your mouth and breathe? He's like, I'm stopped up. Like, I need you to go to another room. I can't do it. At least, and he has asthma too. So now that I'm saying all of this out loud, I feel worse. But I'm still
But
like,
she's not
I
gonna
that's a
change your mind.
no, I'm not.
She's gonna stand on it. So
That's a side eye, strong side eye, held long, hoping that we lock eyes and make contact so that you can know, oh, I need to stop. Sorry. Love you,
no.
Isaiah.
so you need to stop as in you need to stop breathing, Isaiah, is what she's saying. Terrible.
or leave the room.
So see, just awful. So for me, I will say at first, I'm looking at you and I'm gonna say, are you good? Before I turn it into a deep breath or side eye moment. I'm going to make sure that you're okay first. If it is a repetitive thing and I know you're not ill, I am going to give you a side eye. If it's not an illness. But yeah, it is a little annoying, but not from my son. I love you, Isaiah. I really do.
Yeah, my grandson kind of can do the mouth breathing too and they've removed his tonsils and his adenoids and all of that, but he's still struggling. Allergies, no asthma, knock on wood. Hopefully that isn't the case. But for me, all depends. If they have bad breath, first of all, I'm going to try not to gag in front of them. But yeah, that's definitely gonna be a side eye for me because it's like, dude, man, you ate garlic, you've had onion, whatever it is. Come on, now you're gonna breathe it heavy. Would you just get off the track? I don't think so. Yuck. So definitely a side
So
eye for me.
so loud breathing and halitosis. Not a good
Oh,
mix.
not at all.
Noted.
Pass.
Noted.
So this one,
Oh,
that's gonna
goodness.
kind of go into my next annoyance or my next hot take is don't stand so close to people. Especially in the summer, funk happens. Don't don't get in my space, right? I'm not saying you gotta necessarily be an arm's length away, but you don't have to be on my hip. I don't have to feel your presence. What do you guys think about people that stand too close, really kind of enter your space?
I'll let Kimmy go first on this one.
Oh, okay.
I guess because I've been around kids so often, it doesn't really bother me. I definitely felt you with the funk though. Like
Mm.
springtime, it does get dicey. I will say because my kids are older, it's there, but it's nowhere near as bad as 5th grade funk that we had when we worked
Oh,
together. Yikes.
yeah.
Spring
Yeah.
5th grade funk. Yeah, you can't stand next to me. I need
Mm-mm.
you immediately to take a seat. I am definitely side eyeing you all the way, but nicely because you are still little. Um, but with my kids now, I'm used to them like pretty much it's almost like they want to be in your skin. They get so close. And if it's really a problem, I'll take a step back. And as long as you don't keep coming towards me, I'm good. But otherwise, I'm gonna have to say something to you like, okay, I'm backing up. I need you to stay put.
Read the room.
Yes, please.
And you know what? I know you have 8th and 9th graders, and my students are 6, 7, and 8 because it's middle school, but some of them can smell funky. Oh,
Oh
I guess
yeah.
as
Oh,
the health
yeah.
Oh
as
yeah.
a
Especially
teacher,
especially
especially
middle
as the
school.
weather's and the weather's warmer and
Yeah.
we take them out, we bring them in, it's like I always say, "We're gonna have to do a sniff check. If you smell something, that's you, man. Come see me. I've got spray deodorant in my office. I'll hook you up." And it's just because then, they're going to offend everybody that they come in close
Oh,
contact with. Next thing you know, I've got teachers emailing me, "Can you have a conversation about hygiene?" I start school off with hygiene lessons. So come on now.
yeah. But I will
All
say,
right, Giss.
do not put cologne on overfunk.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Please.
Yeah.
no.
Please.
Violation of
Please.
social
Yeah.
contract for real.
Yeah.
Please.
Oh,
Just
so
don't
for
do it.
me, I do have an issue with proximity. So it depends on the person in our relationship. If I don't know you, I'm going to look at you like
Oh,
you're
back
crazy
up.
because I can hear you from where you are. And we've lived in, like, for example, we lived in Hawaii for 3.5 years and we were on Oahu and in Waikiki, no one understands personal space. So people come like right up
Oh.
to you. I don't know you. I need you to move. Or my thing that I would always tell T, please get me out of here before I spaz out. Please, like, this is not going to be pretty. You probably got about 2 minutes before I lose my shit out here. So getting close to me in my personal space, no, unless we have some type of relationship, you're a family member, you're a close friend, you're my spouse, like, no, I need arms length away. Definitely.
I do
But
feel that
students,
if you're a stranger.
oh
I
yeah,
didn't take it
Yeah.
from the
don't.
stranger aspect. If you're a stranger, back up. Don't even come near me for real. Like,
Cause
we're probably not having a conversation either, for real. I'm
yeah,
not out here
I've
talking
had
to
people come
For
strangers.
up
real,
to
for
me,
real.
I don't know what to
oh,
do.
I love your hair. And like they're right here and they go to get
No,
ready to touch my hair.
no.
No, I don't care who you are. Don't touch my hair. But
Well,
Yeah,
that
what are
takes you
no.
we
back to
doing?
being pregnant. When you're pregnant, people want to constantly touch your belly, and it's like, ew, don't
Yeah,
do
no,
Yes.
that.
please.
Yeah.
Or when they
Please
go to
don't. Hands to
go for
self.
the baby, that's my baby.
Oh, yeah,
Unless you are
no.
somebody I want to touch this baby, you are not touching my baby.
Absolutely.
Big facts on that. Big facts.
Yeah. So, do we want to talk about a headache, or do we want to talk about some of our Facebook posts that we got from our listeners? What do you think?
Oh,
I think we
we
need
can
to
hop
jump
to
into
socials.
what our listeners shared because we got a lot of good ones.
We
Yes,
did.
A
We
yes.
lot
Super
of
did.
good
excited.
ones.
It's good to know that we are not the only ones that get annoyed
Right.
about certain things. So I don't feel so unhinged because some of these people, I feel like we were in a room having a conversation because I
Yep.
felt
Absolutely.
all of these and I laughed so hard at a few of these.
Yes.
All right,
And I
let's get into it,
co-signed
Absolutely.
ladies.
on most of them.
Yes, it was so funny. Like, I could not think of that many things. Like, it's funny when you're thinking about what annoys you, it's
Right.
sometimes hard. But then when you see all these things, I'm like, oh, that annoys me too. These are good. Yeah. So we
All
definitely
right.
have
So
some good ones out. You gonna go first, Lace?
yeah, well, I can. I was going to go ahead and shout out one that really jumped out to me and spoke to me was from Morgan. So shout out to Morgan, and it was
Yes.
excuses instead of action. Ah, man, those are people you really do want to throat punch. And I'm not a violent person, but yeah, they're getting a side eye, they're getting stanky face, stanky leg,
Oh
all of it.
yeah. Oh,
Especially
absolutely.
when they've said that they're going to do something and they come back and they hit you with, "Oh, XYZ." Now, I get it sometimes, but if you know for sure And you have those people who always they're going to do that. They're going to disappoint you.
Yes.
And so with that, like I have low expectations for you starting out.
Yes.
So you won't
Absolutely.
get a side eye, you won't get a deep breath. You really won't get anything because I know you at this point.
I
But
was already prepared for you not to do what you said you were gonna do.
exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Absolutely. So I got one from Instagram. And this is X_Cinnabon. And this one is me all day. People not greeting me, but instantly chatting or asking for something. Like say good morning or hello first. Big facts. Do not
Oh,
just
for
roll
sure.
up to someone and start giving out demands. That
Yes,
And
is
I learned that
yes.
insane.
really quick working with you, Kimmy. That you make that
Yes.
that is very obvious, and I learned real quick. I'm not just gonna roll into the room and start talking about something that's not relevant. I have to do the greeting first, like, "Hey, how are
Yes.
you? How was your night?" Something just to kinda get it going.
Yes, walk in and let the
Yeah,
only way I would let it
acknowledge.
be okay, yes, is if we're texting right before I'm about to see you, then we can pick
Mhm.
Yeah,
right up where we left off. But for you just to walk into a space, la 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 la, and somebody just runs up to you, oh, can you da da da? Good morning. Like, come on,
right,
yo.
right.
What?
Yeah. And with me, since I work virtually, sometimes people will send you a message. So we use something called 8 by 8. So we call it you ping someone. It's basically you're just texting and they'll ask for things. I make it a point to go and say, good morning, or I hope you had a great weekend, or my favorite, happy Monday, before I ask for something. Because for me, when someone automatically starts giving me a list of, I don't want to say demands, but requesting things for me, sometimes if it's a lot, I have to get my bearings. So I need you to kind of like
Mm-hmm.
enter in the situation slowly.
Correct.
Then even maybe we can have a conversation. So I'm there with you. All right. So I also have one. These were really, really hard to pick from. So I am going to go with Osh_fitness, and I'm actually going to pair it with love with a bunch of O's for some reason underscore Linda. So this one says people's opinions on a topic that
Just
you
real
know
quick,
they have
real quick, real quick.
For
That is
whatever
her
reason, that's her
daughter. So
daughter.
that's why she is literally being outrageous right now and coming for the street name. Pretty
Annoyed by
terrible. But
her
go
daughter's
ahead.
handle. Sorry
like,
to
is this
interrupt.
Exactly.
love? What's happening? So anyway, so Osh_fitness said people's opinions on a topic that you know they have the wrong point of view on while you're over here listening to the nonsense, like you have to keep letting them go. But at the same time, when that person cannot make up their mind on their opinion on topics, regardless of what they are, like I need you to figure out exactly where you stand on this. And have you done any research? Like, are you staying in your bubble? And it doesn't matter what it is. It could literally be about tofu. I don't care. But if you're literally wrong about the consistency and the makeup of tofu, I'm just going with it because it popped in my mind. Then no, I really want to exit this conversation and I'm going to try to control my face because I'm probably thinking number one, you're a dumbass. And number two, I don't have the strength and this is not my place or time to correct you. So I need you to finish your statement so I can move on. Not getting a deep breath or a side eye. This is going to be my internal dialogue there. But I'm with you both.
Very good. And, one more, or should we go into headaches?
I
Oh,
think
What do you
let's
we
think?
jump
can,
into headaches. But I
yeah.
will
Okay.
say shout out to everyone who did
Absolutely.
send them
Thank
in.
you.
We got so many and we look forward to sharing more as we continue on this journey. So back to
I
you,
want to say
ladies.
Yeah.
Sorry,
one
just wanted to
thing. I
plug
want to say
in some
one thing.
gratitude.
I'm going to
Yeah, go ahead,
interrupt
guest.
here. Styrofoam. Shout out to our poster who pointed out that it is the worst way to protect packages for shipment, takes up so much trash space and breaks into hundreds of tiny white crumbs that cling to everything in your apartment. And I really started thinking about this. Most things are mailed based on weight. So they are really screwing us on the price of shipping because all of those tiny things are not necessary. I'm right there with you. So annoying. We need to write
Listen,
letters.
listen, I love the post, the styrofoam thing, because it
I
really
did
got me
too.
thinking about how annoying all the little things are. But just to see the passion in your face about this styrofoam has taken me all the way out.
It's
So I
terrible.
am
Terrible.
hollering. Oh,
Well,
that
and
was so funny.
I'm being very literal because I'm like, when's the last time I got something in the mail that had styrofoam?
Oh, we get it. The
I've
little
even noticed the
S's.
Chick-fil-A cups. The Chick-fil-A cups aren't like that styrofoam stuff anymore.
Well,
They are like
because
more of a cardboard
Virginia
thing,
passed a law.
Because
which
it's
means
killing
Virginia
it's
the
passed
gonna,
a
environment.
law that you
ah,
can't
damn
do
it, because
styrofoam
it's too,
anymore.
yeah, but the other stuff sweats and it melts quicker. So I was like, I
It
just noticed
does.
it,
And
Yeah.
I noticed that
Anyway.
Cookout had stopped doing their shakes in styrofoam, but now they're back.
Oh.
So, I mean,
Oh.
Cookout, you
How
want
they
to
getting around
sponsor
the
us.
law?
Hopefully, I'm not telling on anybody. I don't know, but I'm thankful for them because the shakes ain't melting. That's what I know.
Right.
So, while the packaging is terrible, we need it for the shakes.
Too
Keep
bad.
the
Right.
shakes
Okay.
cold. Hot take. Styrofoam keeps your shakes colder.
That is true. All right, so moving on to our headache segment as we get close to the end of our first video episode. Headache for me, I'm assuming it's a headache for you. You send somebody a text message, you're anxiously awaiting their response. You've seen that they've read it, it's been delivered, obviously, they've read it, and you see those three bubbles. And so you're like waited with bated breath, right? You're on the edge of your seat, you can't wait for their response, and then it goes away. And you sit there and you're waiting and nothing's happening. You're like, oh, come on, man. Don't make me call you. I don't want to call you. Just send me a text response to my question or to whatever.
I'm the annoying
Headache
one.
for
I'm
me.
the annoying one then. I'm giving
Well,
you a
yeah, you
headache
get a pass.
because I don't know if I have delayed adult onset ADD, whatever we call it, although my
You don't
therapist
think?
says that it's anxiety.
Bonnie's gotten too good there.
Too good with today.
Sorry. I didn't mean to say it out loud.
I didn't even hear it.
Oops.
So, there's
Oh,
that.
Said you don't say.
oh, they
Oh,
audience, they
listen.
know me. This is why I get a pass because I'll pick up my phone to respond and I know they see the bubbles, but then I put my phone down and I go do something else. And then it's maybe 3 hours later when I remember, oh snap, I didn't finish responding. Um, yeah, so sorry I create headaches.
I will say I've
Yeah.
started to create more myself in the motherhood era because, like, this morning when I saw the text coming in, but I couldn't, I started typing and then I was like, ooh. And then I remembered that I did it. So then I ran back to hurry up and then I looked at the timestamp and I did holler to myself. I was like, not me responding to a text at 9:56 at 2 p.m. Sorry. I started it way
I noticed
earlier.
that.
So
I noticed that.
All
I was
right. So
like,
you guys get passes. But so maybe it's just a single person issue. Maybe it's a single person headache.
no, I think I could see where it is a headache,
Just
especially if
kidding.
you're waiting on somebody's response. Like, I feel you. You know, I'll
Yeah.
co-sign. But
Yeah,
right
like if
now,
I
we're
an
just saying,
order.
exactly, we're in a headache era out here.
Yeah. Well, that's
Too
what I got
funny.
for our headaches.
I
Love
love
that.
it.
Love
Well,
that. So
to
as
jump
we
in here.
begin to
Oh,
go
go
right
ahead.
ahead, Kimmy.
You got it. No, you're good. I was just going to do our little announcement segment, but I'm going to follow your lead as the lesson planner.
Well, I was about to
Oh.
actually say before we close out today, we have some announcements. So, announcement alert.
Yeah, so before we close out, um, if you are enjoying the show, make sure you follow us on social media because we are always bringing the chaos in between episodes. So on Instagram, we are unfiltered and unbothered _3 for your favorite trio here. That's unfiltered and unbothered _3. On Facebook, Unfiltered and Unbothered Podcast. You can follow us there. We're also on X. We are at UAU _podcast. So you can get our unfiltered thoughts in real time. So please feel free, hang out with us, drop your opinions. Tell us what is annoying you this week. We might feature you on the pod just like we did here. You never know. Also, we've got an email address, unfiltered.8.unbothered@gmail.com. So there's multiple ways to get a hold of us. Please, we are trying to make our pages as interactive as possible. Drop your thoughts, your topic ideas, anything that you've got. And just a little preview, we do have some upcoming guests that will be joining us very soon. So we are very excited about that. So please just hang out with us.
Yes, yes.
I
All
love the
right. So on
socials
that
out
note,
there. And we'll post them somewhere, right? So they can see it. They don't have to
Yes.
write it down.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I'm hoping we'll be able to post them in our show notes if
Oh,
that's a
perfect.
thing, because I've heard that on all the podcasts. So I'm sure it'll be a thing.
Yep,
Gist will
sure we
make
can
sure
add
that
it
it's a
in.
thing. Yes.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome.
So our final sign off. So listen, everyone. Annoyance might just be a simmering emotion, but you do not have to let it cook you. So think of that irritation not as just a mood, but as your internal kind of boundary defense system. It's your brain's high tech alarm letting you know something is completely off, someone is being intrusive, or this is an environment that I really need to relieve myself from. But here's the kicker: annoyance is a bridge, not a destination. And I'll say that one more time. Annoyance is a bridge, not a destination. It is actually a transition state to something that can be much, much messier if you let it take you there. So the next time you feel yourself kind of simmering in your chest, or you have that physical lockjaw moment, that side eye is rolling into something a little bit more, I want you to pause and ask yourself, is this a moment for internal regulation where I can use that deep breath? Or is it a time for external judgment, that side eye? You only have so much energy in your tank. Check them or check yourself. Take that deep breath or give the side eye, but protect your peace at all times. And we'll see you next time, everyone. Bye.
One more thing. Shout out to Nelson, Trellis, and
Oh,
Kaylin for our
yes.
shirts.
Yes.
Yes, more merch dropping soon. Be safe out there. Bye.
Bye.
Still unfiltered and unbothered.
Oh, and one more thing. Before we go, just a reminder that opinions shared today are ours alone and do not represent any other entity. Nothing discussed in this episode should be used as legal advice or representation, nor should it be construed as medical advice. We are not your professionals, so please seek help from a qualified expert for your specific situation. Unfiltered and Unbothered LLC and its hosts assume no liability for your use of this information. We'll see you next time.